I will call this meeting to order of the Board of Water Commissioners. It is August 24th, 2021 at 6:31 p.m. And I will read our opening statement. This meeting is being held remotely as an alternate means of public access pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, temporarily amending certain provisions of the open meeting law. You are hereby advised that this meeting and all communications during this meeting may be recorded by the town of Hingham in accordance with the open meeting law. If any participant wishes to record this meeting, please notify the chair at the start of the meeting in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20F, so that the chair may inform all other participants of said recording. Is anyone else recording this meeting? I see none. Members of the board participating this evening are Liz Klein and myself, Joe Fisher. Bill Ramsey, we expect to be coming to join us a few minutes later. What I am tempted to do is switch the order of our agenda in Bill's temporary absence and actually begin with the water superintendent report so that the action items we can act on hopefully with a full board when Bill shows up. So Russ, I know this is a switch on you. Are you prepared to move forward?
Oh, no problem at all.
Great, thank you.
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're
I heard
well.
it's cool. I heard it's cooling off out there, but I haven't been outside in a while. So hopefully when I get out there, I'll see that.
It's 88 degrees.
Yeah, that's cool compared to what we had. So that's good.
Okay.
Just real quick, the treatment plant, all our supplies are in excellent condition. That's definitely due to the extensive maintenance work performed on the wells and the rainfall this season. Rainfall for June of 2021 was 4.86 inches. In 2020, we were at 3.3. So we had a plus 1.56. This is the big one. July, we had 11.71 inches of rain. Last year in July, we only had 1.32 inches of rain.
Wow.
Yep. So it's a positive and a 10 inches of rain.
Yeah.
Packard Pond is at 140 feet. It's overflowing. It's feeding all the other brooks and tributaries. I know Lonnie's happy. I talked to her before the weekend and all her ponds are full, so it's good. It's a good summer. We're up about 4 feet in Packard Pond from last year at this time. Pumping in June and July was about 335 million gallons. June and July of this year was 272. So that's definitely the rain kind of making an effect on how much we pump and how much we sell. But we did bill for 220 million gallons in those 2 months. So the billing's right along with the pumping to a certain point. That's kind of off balance a little bit sometimes. Treatment plant, the filter works on 3 and 4 is all done and complete. The filters are working very well. And the operators at the plant commented that they're working the best they've ever seen in many, 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 many years. There was that many, many's. And a few thanked me actually for getting it done. So I thank you guys for approving it. They thank us for getting it done, and it's really helping them with their operations. And we're finalizing the bid package to rehabilitate filters 1 and 2. I got some comments back from EP today. I'm incorporating those. I'm going to ship it back to EP, and then Kathy and I will get it out in the street to get that bid and hopefully started by the 1st of October. Billing, we've collected $1.69 million to date. We've billed about 2.16 million. I did look at AR again today. It's getting ahead of us again. So I'm going to talk to Suez on Friday at our Friday meeting, find out what our plans are to stay ahead of the collections. There's about 40,000 that's greater than 120. So as usual, I'll see what that is. And if it's some bigger accounts, I'll take them and get them taken care of. Conservation and drought. So currently there's nothing on the website. We're not really in any kind of conservation or drought, but I did want to watch the filters for a few more days. And I'm saying on Monday, May 30th, we'll post something on the website saying that there are no watering restrictions in place, but we'll encourage people to still try to conserve as they water. But we will put something on the website, Joe, probably on the 30th of, Monday the 30th.
Yep.
Final contractual numbers. So I've been reviewing the contractual numbers for Suez for the year. They did fall short on expected contractual deliverable items, most notably the meter changeout program. And this is absolutely 100% due to COVID-19. We weren't going to people's houses, so it's something we couldn't really get done. So right now I'm working with Suez on a plan to make every effort to catch up over the remaining 4 contract years. So they fell about, half. They only got about 50% of them done, but we're going to try and spread those 50% over the next 4 years and try to make the 5-year number. That's the goal. So I'm going to work on a plan with them. There are deliverables not completed and will be explained in the annual report with steps to ensure compliance going forward. Again, COVID-19 had a big factor in some of those things because, again, getting in people's houses, getting into businesses was not an easy task last year. In Flushing, we kind of reduced that to the availability of water, but there are a couple things that I'm not happy with that I told them they will make up. So what they're going to do is the few things that they didn't complete in the first year, they will have to make up over the next 4 years again. So that say we had 100 hydrants to do, it's just a number I'm throwing out there each year. That's 500 in 5 years. We're going to make sure that number's met the 500. So whether they divide it up over the next year, 4 years, or get them all done next year. There were about 50 hydrants not inspected. They'll all be inspected twice this year. And then they did miss 2 large meter calibrations, which have been done. But again, they need to, stay on top of it this year. We do have some large meter issues. Peddocks Island and George's Island. I don't know if you guys heard, George's Island had no water for a couple of days. There was a valve that got accidentally shut off. So while I was down there, I went in the building where the meter is and noticed that the meter, high side of the meter, so there's 2 sides to the meter. It's a compound meter. There's a high side and low side. One side registers low flows, one side registers high flows. Neither of those islands use the high flows very much, but I did notice some movement in the high flow meter. So I've gone 3 times and checked it. There is some movement on the high flow meter. So I'm working with Suez now to get all the large meters back in line to where they belong. They were doing manual reads on some of them, which didn't transfer over. So we've probably missed 3 months of manual reads on some of the large meters. One of them does include DPW. One is Linden Ponds on the high side and Peddocks and George's Island. So I did meet with Ty Sales, and we're going to work on an AMI solution for this. What we're going to get a price on is they're going to put a radio on the meters that's cellular. It'll give us the ability and myself to look at those meters every day if I want to.
Yep.
I think it's very important on the high meters for a few reasons. One is obviously because we want to capture that billing, but secondly is if there's ever an issue, we'll catch it faster than reading them every quarter. I don't know if you guys heard about the leak at Hingham Housing Authority. It was a huge leak. It didn't show up for almost 3 weeks. When it did show up, we realized they used $50,000 worth of water. So I'm working with Hingham Housing Authority right now on that. The leak was massive. It was a very big leak. But in my opinion, if there was some kind of AMI solution in place, we could have picked that up in a couple of days, noticing that the usage went way up. So I'm working with that with Ty Sales and should have a proposal in front of us within the next couple of weeks. And that'll be just those large meters, so we can look at those on a regular basis. After that, if that works out well, we're going to look at some of the larger users. You know what I'm saying? Maybe bring them into that AMI solution for now. The good thing about this is anything we do right now to help us along all works towards a total AMI solution in the future. So all these things can be used in the future. It's not like we're going to do the work and it won't be any good for, having a better reading system in the future. So.
Okay.
Suez in a level 2 in Hingham for COVID-19. So we're back to temperature checks, signing in and all that at the plant. And some of their jobs are actually in a level 4 right now in some of the southern states. And if everyone wants to know, Google has been updated.
Thank you.
I know there were some complaints and some concerns. Yeah. We finally got it changed to have our phone number after 17 suggestions by me. I don't know who from IT got it done, but somebody from IT got it done. I suggested it at least 17 times, but it's all set.
Great.
When you Google wherever comes up with our number and our address.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it.
So just quickly, because I want to get back to the rest of the agenda. You gave us billing numbers. How do they track with our projections?
They're tracking well with the projections. David made a really nice spreadsheet. We go through it every week, and we're projecting fine right now. Even though we have sold less water,
That's right.
We are projecting very well. Yeah.
Yep. And you mentioned the Suez undeliverables. Are any of those contract issues that we need to be looking at the contract to figure out if there's any action we should be taking?
No, I sat down with them and went through it all, and actually Michelle and I reviewed it a couple of weeks ago. And a lot of it is definitely due to all the repairs they had to make. There was a lot of things in the first year that took precedent, Joe, but they are very willing to work with making up those numbers,
Okay,
getting back
great.
on top of them. So.
And then the missed meter calibration, is that part of our billing problem?
No, those meters calibrated fine, but they got done right after the first of the year, right after July 1st, and they were fine. They calibrated fine, so no, absolutely not.
Okay. Bill Ramsey, thank you for joining us. Liz Klein, do you have any questions on the report?
Just a question about the AR, the collections. It looks like it's a little over 2% is over that 120. Is that pretty typical?
It has been over the past year and a half, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. And then related to the meters, I know Chrissy has collected some feedback that people's bills were higher than expected. Is that related to?
No, but I'm working on that with Suez right now. Yeah, it's not,
You are?
but I'm
Okay.
working with Suez on that right now. There's 3 or 4
Okay.
people that it almost looks like their meters are their bills were doubled. So I don't know if it was a reading issue, but they're working on that now.
Okay. And I know you went to a resident's house and they were very, very appreciative. I'm sure you've done that for several people, but one person was kind enough to call town hall.
I'm going back to her house tomorrow and the next day to double
Are you?
check. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think they are using the water, if you want my opinion. I think one of the kids went out back, turned the hose on and walked away. But I did explain that to her and she was like laughing. She's like, do they really do that? I go, I'm telling you, I've seen it happen where kids go outside, they turn the hose on. Yeah.
Right. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Yep.
Bill, any questions at this point?
Oh, no questions, although I can attest to kids leaving the water running with the hose.
Exactly.
Happened this afternoon, actually.
Great. Tom and Michelle, anything you want to add before we go to the other items?
No, thanks.
Okay, great. I'm going to jump now back to approval of the minutes. I'm prepared to accept motions on the June 15th and June 22nd minutes. Liz, you were not at the 22nd. Were you at the 15th?
I was at the 15th.
So can you make that motion?
Sure.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes dated June 15th, 2021.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We vote. Liz Klein,
Aye.
Bill Ramsey,
Aye.
Joe Fisher, aye. The minutes for June 22nd. Bill, can you make a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes dated June 22nd, 2021.
I'll second that motion. Liz Klein, I understand, is abstaining because she was not there. So we vote. Bill, how do you vote?
Aye.
Joe Fisher, aye. They're approved. Next item on our agenda is to consider approval of the contract with Naughton Corporation for the installation of water main on select streets within Hingham and Hull. And Russ, and I know Kathy Riley is here as well. Do you want to walk us through the contract with Naughton Corporation, please?
Me? I'll do it. You got it. So this contract is for work that we designed last year and put out the bid for this fiscal year. The total bid for the project is about $2.6 million, which is about $242 per linear foot, which falls a little bit under the average we've been seeing around was about $280 or $290. But it's definitely in line with our projected construction costs.
Yep.
The contract calls for Atlantic Ave 1 and Atlantic Ave 2, which is 2 sections of Atlantic Ave, because the town hall is doing a full reclamation of that road. That'll be first on the agenda. We get done first, and then Gunrock Ave and Hull, which is about 1,000 linear feet. The total on Atlantic Ave is about 5,000 linear feet. Then from there, they're going to move on to Downing Street, replace about 1,200 linear feet on Downing Street. Downing Street consists of a small, tiny 2¼ inch cast iron main. There's probably 40 houses on that street. So they're going to be replaced with a nice 8-inch ductile iron line with hydrants and everything. And then Wampatuck is getting paved by the town of Hingham. So we're going to replace all of Wampatuck, which is about 3,700 linear feet, which is currently cast iron main. It's going to be all ductile iron from top to bottom. The construction cost is about $2.6 million. The engineering was about $425,000. The total cost of the project's about $3 million. And we had budgeted a little over $3 million. So we're right on with that one. So
Great.
we're very, very happy with the prices because pipe has gone up a little bit. So have hydrants. I can tell you that since I've been here, hydrants have gone up $300 each since I've been here. The good news is we have about 12 in stock from last year, so we're not going to find that added cost for the first 12 hydrants we put in. And, due to COVID-19 and some of the supplies and materials, the prices we were very pleased with, and EP and I were very pleased with it. I know Kathy was pretty pleased with the price too, so that's basically what it is.
Great. Liz Klein, do you have any questions on this?
That all sounds good, Russ. I was wondering if briefly for kind of the layman, could you explain the advantage of increasing the size of the pipe? It sounds like it's a considerable change. Like how
The main
we
part
kind of see that difference?
the main part is fire flows. So currently, like on Downing Street, there's no hydrants at the end of Downing Street. So the fire department has to grab a hydrant at the top of Downing Street on Pleasant and run it all the way down Downing Street. It'll also give us an
Okay.
advantage where there is a well field there that we don't utilize at this time, but at some point we could connect that over by the high school, which would create a nice loop and make better flow for the system. Both Wampatuck and Atlantic Ave, we've had, since I've been here, we've had 4 main breaks on that section of Atlantic Ave, which accounts for a lot of unaccounted for water. It's a small diameter 6-inch cast iron main, so that'll, again, it'll improve fire flows and regular water quality throughout that area. And the same with I lost track. Gunrock. Gunrock has a shallow, smaller main too, so that'll increase their flows over there. So it's more to do with, a lot to do with fire protection, a lot to do with water quality.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Bill, any questions?
The only question is, Russ, we haven't had a lot of breaks on Wampatuck, have we?
No, but that's a small main, and we have the fire flows down there are really poor. So this is since we're paving it, and it's old, very old 6-inch cast. The last break we had there, we had to go push way back on the valve shutdown because the valves weren't working. So a lot of that street is just so old, it's time to replace it. And I also don't want it to break after Randy paves it. So we're good.
Makes sense.
Have to get that one done.
Thanks.
Because we live next to each other.
Anything else, Bill?
That's it. Nope.
Great. Russ, just a couple of questions. And actually, I don't know if it's you or Tom on the first one, or Kathy. I just want to confirm that all the appropriate bidding and contract requirements were satisfied for this, because this is a rather big dollar item.
Yes, it was. It was conducted by EP with our review by John Coughlin. So everything's been affirmed.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you. And Russ, can you just review the timing for this work, when you would expect to start and when it would be completed? And also, as part of that, I understand the bid alternate is going to be part of this, so that extends the times that are included in the contract times.
Correct. So C. Naughton has already told us that they've actually ordered the pipe ahead of the signed contract, which is good for them. I mean, it's good for us, but a little risk for them at the time, but they said the pipe should be here by October 1st. Their intention is to get in the ground October 1st. From October 1st to about December 15th, they're going to do Atlantic Ave and Gunrock. From there, they're going to, after we chlorinate and test process everything, we're trying to get permission to jump over to Downing Street to do some winter work. I did speak to Randy about that. He is okay with it at this point because there's no sewer lines on Downing Street. It's just a few drain lines, so it's not a lot of risk for what's underground already. They're going to do that through about January and then jump on Wampatuck if approved by Randy. We're going to play it by ear though. Randy and I talked about it, and if they do not meet our expectations during the winter work, we'll push them to March to start Wampatuck, which will push it out to about June.
Great. And if you could just confirm the pricing, because I'm looking at your cover memo. You've got the 2.6 million for construction, then 425 for engineering. The contract that we're looking at is simply the first part. It's the 2.6 million.
Yeah,
Is
the
there a
other one is-
separate contract for the 425?
Yeah, we did the 425 a long time ago with the design and the construction specs and all that. I just wanted to put it all together for you guys so you could see that,
Exactly.
you know, where the whole bid stood.
Great. I've got no other questions. Tom, anything you wanted to add?
No, I think Kathy and Russ and John did a great job putting all this together. It's a lot of work. It's something they've been working on for a long time. So thank you to both of you, and I will pass that along to John Coughlin tomorrow as well.
Great, thank you. Anyone else on the call have any comments or questions? Seeing none, I will accept a motion on this.
I'll do it. I'll make a motion to sign the agreement with Naughton Corp for the replacement of water mains on Atlantic Ave and Gun Rock Ave in Hull and Downing Street and Wampatuck Road in Hingham in an amount not to exceed $2,609,993.75.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We vote. Bill Ramsey,
Aye.
Liz Klein,
Aye.
Joe Fisher, aye. It is approved. Thank you very much. What else do we have on our agenda for this evening? Oh, public comment. Is there anyone on the call who has comments on items not on the agenda that would like to speak? Hearing none and seeing none. Tom or Michelle, is there anything else you'd like to add for this meeting?
Not for the Water Commissioners meeting, nope.
Great,
No, thank
so then I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We vote. Bill Ramsey,
Aye.
Liz Klein,
Aye.
Joe Fisher, aye. We are adjourned.